Hey guys, first regardsman here. I'll be talking about a Combi Melta Inferno Pistol Burn build for the Techmarine class in Space Marine 2 past 12. Now, the crux of this build is using the brand new Omniscience Fury signature perk of the Techmarine class, servo gun shots set enemies on fire, on top of the standard bolt proportion, because this weapon is actually pretty good all on its own. The standard servo gun is quite a strong option for horde clear, Majoris killing, Extremis killing, even boss killing when you stack on the burn perk. That's what we're building around it today. Now, obviously, the better combo here could be Plasma for horde clear, but like I said before, single target damage on this I think is a bit better without this option. Now, for my primary selection, I do take the Heroic Bolt Rifle with the Combi Melta. This is a pretty good gun on the tactical class, or excuse me, not the tactical. It is also pretty good there, but it's definitely good on the Techmarine here because a Techmarine really lacks a reliable stagger on his primary outside of this. So having an option for like a grenade launcher, having an option for a Melta, that does help him out a lot. Now, for the perk tree here, I do take Headhunter first, moving here into the perk Adamant Hunter. When your health is below 30%, headshots will deal 25% more damage. This perk is pretty damn good when it actually triggers, though the unfortunate reality here is being below 30% HP on a Techmarine means you are probably about to spontaneously combust. So if you don't want to take this, if you want to skip it over for like extended magazine and magazine restoration down here instead, you definitely could do that. You would just have to build down this bottom portion. Now, next perk here is a fast reload into the perk Able Reload. After using a class ability, the equipped weapon instantaneously reloads. This perk is pretty damn good on Techmarine as well, mainly because Techmarine's servo gun is up a lot more than Tactical's Auspex scan is, which means you do get more uses out of this, and reloading your bolt proportion can suck occasionally. Next perk here is mandatory in my opinion. This is called Recoupment. Killing a Majoris level or higher enemy with a headshot of this weapon restores an armor segment. The cooldown is 15 seconds. Armor Restore built into your ranged weapon here will save your life on Techmarine. Techmarine really benefits from this, especially when you build into his Omniscient Axe here like I will, where you get bonus damage off of Armored Strength while your armor is remaining. You have melee damage increased by 10%. That's a pretty nice synergy there, and Techmarine is actually pretty easy to keep up his armor because usually when your armor drops, you just explode on this class. Now, for the next perk here, I do take Tactical Precision. Headshots will deal 20% more damage. Non-headshot damage decreases by 10%. This is just a nice range damage buff. Now, unfortunately, this will drop down the damage of your Melta portion, but on this weapon, the Melta is primarily used for horde clear, stagger, and triggering perks like Rapid Health, which you can still do very easily. Now, next perk here is Great Might, going here into the perk Adamantine Grip. Then I grab the perk here, Rapid Health. When your health is below 30%, killing 7 enemies in rapid succession will restore your health by 10%. Having healing built into your weapon here is very nice. It's also very easy to trigger this on the Melta portion, so a great synergy on Techmarine for sure. And the final perks are Headhunter, Extended Magazine, and Divine Might, and that's pretty much all there is for the Combi Melta portion. Now, for our Inferno pistol here, I do take the brand new buffed Inferno pistol. This now has a 22% gun strike damage increase, and it feels way better now. Now, unfortunately, you don't use your gun strikes that much on Techmarine because while your servo gun is not in use by your actual class ability, you'll be using it for gun strikes, so you don't actually use your secondary. But even that being said, the AoE damage on this is quite good. The ammo efficiency of this is quite good. The horde clear is incredible. Being able to just one-shot Bramble is really useful for the Techmarine because Techmarine is very squishy, so I actually do like this weapon on him a lot. If you want to skip over this, you could take the Plasma Pistol, but today we're taking this, especially for the theme of the burn build. Now, the first perk I take here is Perpetual Range. Effective range increases by 1 meter. Moving here into the perk Brace Reload, Perpetual Range again, up here to Great Might. Then I grab Increased Capacity and Adamant Restoration. You will pretty much never run out of ammo on your secondary with these two perks installed. Very easy to just like spam out your Inferno pistol shots the entire time. And the final two perks are the most important with Extra Cartridge for 1 additional cartridge and Trick Shot for Armor Restore on a 30-second cooldown. This perk is actually incredible. Getting free armor in your secondary, especially for Techmarine, is super damn useful because he is that damn squishy, so having this perk, definitely pick it up. And that's pretty much all there is for the secondary. Now, for my Omniscient Axe. The Omniscient Axe is like a little bit of a confusing weapon for a lot of players, mainly because this weapon feels pretty clunky until you are more familiar with the actual gameplay loop of the Techmarine class. This weapon is definitely built with the Techmarine servo gun gun strikes in mind. You are usually supposed to be using those to stagger enemies into your discharge abilities, so that's kind of like the whole crux of this. You'll see that in the gameplay. I have a separate video on the Omniscient Axe to actually showcase that, but for now we're going to go over the perk tree and the variant I'm choosing. So number 1, I take the balanced option. I think currently this is like the best version of the Omniscient Axe. mainly because you get a 19 strength, 7 speed, and 13 cleaving potential for more damage on more enemies. That is really good for Discharge, and Discharge is one of the most powerful attacks on this, especially when you take the perk over here, Arc Cleave. So we'll be building around that today. Now, for the perk tree, I do go down the top tree first, Perpetual Strength for a melee damage increase of 5%. Moving here into the perk Armor Siphon, killing a foe with the Omniscient Strike restores 1 armor segment. The cooldown is 60 seconds. Now, Omniscient Strike is just a decharge attack that you then manually activate to stab a guy in the face. This will trigger on pretty much any enemy in the game, cultists, spore mine even, Minoris like the Hormagaunts or Zangors. A 60-second cooldown on armor restore may suck, but you can also use this over and over pretty much on repeat on Minoris, so really easy to trigger there. And free armor is free armor. Next perk here is Perpetual Strength again, moving here into the perk Static Charge. Each foe hit during Omniscient Rush increases damage of 10% within 4 seconds. This description is kind of incorrect. Like, really what this does, like, you just get a 10% damage buff while you're running through enemies. That is okay. Like, it's not amazing by any means. Occasionally, like, you'll use this on a Majoris after you, like, ram through a bunch of Minoris, but for the most part, we just pick this up to get into the actually good perk here, which is Iron Rush. Incoming range damage reduced by 50% while using the Omniscient Rush attack. The Omniscient Rush is actually pretty damn good to like move around in this game. It's one of the best reasons to actually use this weapon in general. I think this perk is very strong because basically it gives you a free gap close. 50% range damage reduction in this game is very high. It's like one of the highest options of any range damage reduction perk you're going to find. That is twice of like a heavies encompassing Aegis perk, and it will stack on top of this. So if you have a heavy on your team, you have a 75% range damage reduction while charging with your axe. Even if you get caught by a sniper shot at that point, you're barely going to be taking any damage. Or, even on the Techmarine. You'll take some damage on Techmarine because it's Techmarine, but you'll be taking way less. And when it comes to, like, dodging Devourers, dodging Termagants, being able to get on those Minoris hordes, really good for that. I pretty much always pick this up for that reason. I think the top tree is overall better than the bottom on this version for that reason as well. Next perk here is Armored Strength, moving down here into the perk Perpetual Strength for damage increases, and then we pick up the perk here, Energized. While charging or releasing Electric Discharge, you don't lose 12 heavy hits, and you cannot be knocked back. Now, the Techmarine does not have a lot of no knockback built into him at all. This perk will save him on that quite a bit, but you have to keep in mind that your initial hit, like the overhead before you're actually able to charge up your attack here, that does not have no knockback unless like you have a separate perk active. So because of that, you want to make sure you use your Servo Gun Gun Strike to stagger an enemy after you parry them and bring down your light attack and then go into this discharge. So like once that actually happens, it's pretty hard for them to actually knock you over, at least for like most of the standard Majors. Next perk here is Rapid Charge. Electro Discharge charges 40% faster. This one's pretty self-explanatory. A faster charge rate means you aren't stuck in the animation as long, which means you won't get knocked around. Definitely grab this. And the final perk here is Mighty Blast. Power Discharge can hit twice. Keep pulling to release a second wave. This is also an amazing perk combo here because this lets you hit breakpoints to 1 combo Majoris on a single parry. Really good for that, which is why we pick it up. And that's pretty much all there is for the Omniscient Axe here. Now, for my perk tree, I do take Explosive Enfilade first. After using equipment, your range damage increases by 15% for 10 seconds. If you want to use the Bolter or Servo Gun, you just have to pick this perk because otherwise you're swapping it out for like Precision Enhancement or Plasma. You could do that if you want. I would definitely not take Precision with Burn. I would use that for like Lethal Perimeter, but for the most part, I would just use the Omniscient Fury, either the Bolter or the Plasma. Now, next perk here is Incredible Arc Cleave. Damage from charged melee attacks increases by 20%. This is a 20% multiplicative melee damage increase to the heaviest hitting attacks in the game. It functions the same as the Overcharge perk on the Bulwark and the Assault, so really powerful option, and especially for the Discharge attack, it will up that tremendously, so definitely grab this on this build. Next perk here is Push the Advantage. After a finisher, your melee weapon deals 20% more damage for 15 seconds. This is a 20% additive bonus versus the multiplicative here. It's definitely worth less, but it's still pretty good for like a little bit of bonus damage, especially in like fighting bosses or like major hordes where having a little bit extra damage can help. But I will say, if you want to swap this out for something like Explosive Adept or the perk down here, Long Range Barrage, you definitely can do that. The next perk here is Combat Squad Resupply. All team members gain 1 additional equipment. This perk is just really good for the pickup economy of your entire team. Any equipment you find will just have more uses. That is a huge increase to the boon of your entire equipment selection. And definitely pick this up on any like equipment-based build. Next perk here is Designated Target. Enemies hit by the Servo Gun take 15% more damage for 10 seconds. Then I move here into the perk Replenishing Salvo. Killing or incapacitating an enemy with the Servo Gun restores an equipment charge. The cooldown is 75 seconds. Now, a 75-second cooldown on equipment regen in this game is incredible. Most sources of equipment regen in Space Marine 2 are like 90 seconds instead of 75 or 60, so having this, it is very easy to keep your equipment topped off, and also, killing or incapacitating an enemy with the servo gun is incredibly easy to do, so a really easy trigger here. Next perk here is a Fortifying Salvo. Killing or incapacitating an enemy with the servo gun restores an armor segment. The cooldown is 30 seconds. Normally, when you use your servo gun in this game, you will be like panic servoing because the servo gun does restore CHP in this game, which is pretty powerful on its own. When you combine that with like getting armor back, you're really going to be up and safe in that scenario. So a really great synergy here because the bolter will absolutely shred through Majoris at times, and the only ones that like really stop your shots are the Tyranid Sword Warriors. So definitely watch out for that. Final perk here is Omniscience Fury. Servo gun shots enemies on fire. You know, this is a burn build, so kind of a no-brainer here. If you want to take Lethal Perimeter, you definitely could. This perk is also incredible. I'm just taking this one for the female build today. For the prestige perks, I did take Chained Headshots, Indomitable, Stim Boost, and of course, Furious Gunstrike. And that's pretty much everything there is for this build, guys. Hopefully, the Omniscience Axe Burn Servo Gun build will serve you well. And as always, guys, thank you for watching. If you like content like this, subscribe for more. And as always, take it easy. Bye.
Wow, that's definitely what I wanted. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. It all worked out in the end, chat. And there's no ammo over here. Hold on, chat. There's no ammo in this spot. We might be fucked. This might be it, chat. We might be fucked. Just kidding. We fine. You know, we have a gigantic fucking axe. Alan, we're so fucked. Oh, we might be fucked. We might actually be fucked. Hold on. It's over. We're so back. We're so back.
Cycling cartridges. Gunstrike ready to deploy.
Okay. You know what? I thought it was gonna be a lot worse than it was, but the gigantic fucking axe is actually quite big. Nothing to do with that, like whatever's going on here, though. Alright, now you die.
My server hardest gun available.
It's free real estate.
We expunge the Xenos mind beast. Tyranid leader base destroyed. Fragmentation grenade.
Oh, we like that.
Large Tyranid organism destroyed.
Gotta love the bramble spam. It's been pretty egregious this patch. I'll slurp up that relic.
Sometimes unfamiliar.
I haven't used the Techmarine axe much, but between that armor regen from speaking into Minoris and that damage to Neuro, I might try it out again. Of spearing the Minoris, yeah. It is good. I mean, this is probably the best work through tool in the whole game. It's also quite good for gap closing on Chaos.
Station point here.
Alright, finally we're gonna find ammo up here. Hopefully.
Have repelled the Tyranid onslaught.
A crack. Purple crack's actually pretty good in here. Now, I feel like you don't always need battlefield repairs on this class. I do like combat squad resupply sometimes. 3 cracks instead of 2 is actually pretty good. Assuming you don't blow yourself up.
Fully operational. Tyranid leader base destroyed. Codes
Alright, there we
obtained.
go. After this, we're doing a turret build. I saw Techmarine gameplay first. I was like 100% expecting arm reinforcement to be in his perk tree. That'd be cracked. He has so many gun strikes, be actually nuts. For the Emperor, good hunting, brother. Thank you, brother. Okay. Let us just go to the Promethean Fields. A boss spawn. We're kind of in one-shot territory right now. With very low HP for Techmarine. How much you guys want to bet the champion skin will, the new champion skin will have a Iron Hands Omniscient skin as well? Or Power Sword skin, maybe.
Withdrawal is not an option. Protected Xenos top server hardest gun available.
Awesome.
My server hardest gun will handle this. Gun strike ready to deploy. Ravenous status. Dead.
Alright, perfect.
Rockets removal complete.
That's a lot of range spam. That is a lot of range spam, holy shit.
Gun is fully operational.
Devourer span has been out of control recently, guys. I gotta say. I've noticed lately that my secondary will shoot twice into a gun strike. I mean, that's always been the case in the game. That does happen sometimes, Launchbox. That's what we got. Is the plasma servo gun for Techmarine worth it or no? It is good. I'd say it's much better in siege mode than it is in normal ops. Because number one, you're fighting fewer enemies in normal ops, and also the plasma shots tend to get blocked a lot by the guy you're executing and stuff like that. The damage is technically the best, but balance moment. I wasn't expecting the Ravener, to be honest. That discharge would have killed that boss. But you know what we're gonna do to him instead? We're gonna toss. Three of these. Honestly, the thing I'm looking forward to the most from the Iron Hands Chapter Pack is having non-Mechanicus Heraldry armor pieces for Techmarine. That would be cool. I hope we get like an Iron Father, not just an Iron Father, Iron Priest as well, with the Space Wolf stuff. That would be cool at some point. You know, there are other successor chapters coming as well in this next patch. The customization overhaul looks to feature quite a bit of shit in the game. Season of drip, indeed.
Are running out of time. How close are you to the Promethean facility?
Okay.
Ready to deploy.
Combi Melta.
Now. You are making good time. We are going to need it.
Does Relic auto heal the mortal? Yes, it does. It does indeed.
Inserting fresh magazines. The charge has been armed. Rights of activation have been observed. The generators come in the machine god's name.
Oh, I'm actually stuck him. I'm actually shocked. I'm absolutely shocked. What the fuck? Oh. That range damage reduction at work.
Do not foul the machine god's blessed mechanisms with organic parts.
We're actually built perfectly for this portion. Bang. Bang. Bang.
X-axis aligned by the Omnissiah's will.
I'm gonna charge up to shank him.
Hurry up, machine!
Alright, I hated those guys. You can always break their lock by actually dodging. What is game name, please? This is Mario Party 7, dude. Have you ever seen Mario Party 7 gameplay? Well, you're watching it now.
Refreshing armaments.
Not Space Marine 2.
My axis aligned. Margin of error 0.0 nanometers. Blessed be the Omnissiah's divine precision. Blessed be. Now deploy the damn bomb. Generator 3 is discharging irregular current. Eliminates these unholy fluctuations.
What are the pros of this axe? Massive AoE damage and a great gap closer with this.
Come on. Thank me, Emperor. It is done. There is an observation platform overlooking the Cryptomethium fields. It will make a good
It's one of the best gap closers in the game. Like, this charge here is very strong. It's a very strong ability. You play with any followers today? Or have I missed that portion? Do you even do that? I do that sometimes, but not right now. Not at this moment.
No turning back. Understood.
How do you do the triple stab? I have a whole Omniscient Axe guy that goes into that as well, but basically all you have to do is just charge up. The longer you hold it down, the more you'll get. How you hold down your chart. Like this one. Right, there we go.
Repurposing battlefield center. Servo gun is fully operational.
Is this game mostly story-based? Not really. It's more like, I mean, there's story-based ops, but you don't have to do story.
I can restore this sentry to operational status.
Good morning, Shafter Master. What's up, brother?
We have arrived at Nozick's facility. Run distraction efforts as long as you can.
You really wish the turret was something you could spawn in? It's gonna be kind of like that in the Siege mode rework.
Rest assured,
Maybe.
I will hold you.
It'll be in the store. Alright. Let me do this.
Large Tyranid organism destroyed. Target the living artillery.
God, this class is pretty damn good for Horde Clear.
Fire blocks the enemy from summoning reinforcements. Replenishing ordnance.
Did you platinum this game? There was like two, I think there's like a couple PvP challenges I don't have. I don't really play PvP though. Servo turret cooking Tyranids, as it often does. I mean, the finale here should be fairly easy. Can we do it?
Ready to advance. Gun strike ready to deploy.
PvP achievements like 30 minutes. I don't really care about the first achievements in games, I'll be real. They don't really matter much to me at all. Weakest class in the game, in your opinion? I mean, it's just Vanguard. At the moment. But like, it doesn't really matter which one's weakest because none of them are bad. None of them are bad. They're all pretty good.
Cyclic cartridges. The bulk of the swarm is continuing along the protected path. Continue holding.
Alright, Fairy Bug, love it. What are random fucking interrupts in this game?
Crack grenade. Caution, brothers. Someone throws spotted. Tyranid Psycho neutralized. Tyranid leader base destroyed. Crack grenade out.
Vanguard needs access to the auto bolt rifle on your behalf. Why the fuck would you want the auto bolt rifle of all things on the Vanguard? Why would you want the worst class to have the worst gun? Why would you want that? Why would you do that to yourself?
He has a way better gun already. The fucking Oculus, dude. Because I like it? Why do you like the worst gun in the game? What's wrong with you? Assault rifle, like, how do you... That gun's just like... It doesn't even play differently from the heavy assault rifle, really. Explain thyself. Actually, the range. You're not wrong, Jaeger. Actually, the range take. It's like, I like this gun that plays exactly the same as the other gun that's better. To be different, but it's not even different. It's like the same fucking gun. Oh, that's actually tragic.
The swarm has almost fully committed.
Apothecary check this man out. Occasionally, that's the craziest take I've heard all day, is auto bolt rifle on Vanguard. Auto bolt rifle is aura, does it though? That's an aura of something. Okay. Oh, gun strikes. Inferno pistol. Moment.
You are clear to detonate. Cook those rotten bastards. Yes, Captain. You heard him.
The zone throw spam this game has been immaculate. Really. Auto bolt is garbage. I think we need a buff or something. Well, they already said it's like it's a fucking perk tree. Intentionally, well, it's not intentionally bad, but it is bad, and they don't know how to fix it.
Down and ready. Extraction complete.
Right, there we go. Definitely needs a rework. Well, we might get it one day. Alright, 1 second, guys. Let us